Everything is quiet until it changes everything. The silent buildup. Right now, everything feels normal, maybe even boring. You wake up, you do your work, you repeat the same routine. Nothing special happens, nothing exciting changes. And deep inside, you start to wonder, is this all there is? You look at your life, you look at your progress, and it feels slow, too slow. Sometimes it feels like nothing is moving at all. But here is the truth. Something is happening. You just cannot see it yet. Life does not always show its progress on the surface. Most of the time, it works in silence, like roots growing under the ground. You do not see them, you do not hear them, but they are there, growing stronger every day. Your life is the same. Every small action you take matters. Every effort you make counts. Even when it feels useless, even when no one notices, even when you doubt yourself. You are building something. Slowly, quietly. Something powerful. Think about water in a pot. At first, nothing happens. It just sits there, still, calm. You can stare at it for minutes and nothing changes. But underneath, the heat is rising, degree by degree, slowly, silently. You cannot see the temperature, but it is increasing. And then one moment comes. Suddenly, everything changes. The water starts to move. It shakes, it bubbles, it boils. That moment feels fast. It feels sudden. But it was not sudden. It was building all along. Your life works the same way. Right now, you are heating up. Every time you try, every time you fail, every time you keep going, you are raising your temperature. You are getting closer. But most people quit too early. They look at their life, they see no results, and they stop. They walk away. They never reach the boiling point. That's the difference. Not talent, not luck, just patience, just persistence. You must understand this. The quiet phase is not empty. It is full. Full of growth, full of learning, full of preparation, even when it feels like nothing. You are becoming stronger. Your mind is changing. Your habits are forming. Your character is growing. But it is happening slowly, so slowly that you cannot feel it. This is where most people lose. They want fast results. They want instant success. They want to see progress right away. But life does not work like that. Real growth takes time. It takes effort. And most importantly, it takes belief. You must believe that your effort matters. Even when you cannot see results, even when you feel stuck, because that feeling can lie to you. It tells you that nothing is changing, but that is not true. Change is happening, just not in a way you can see yet. This is the hardest part of the journey. Not the struggle, not the failure, but the waiting. The waiting without proof, the waiting without results, the waiting when everything feels the same. This is where people give up, but this is also where winners are made. Because winners understand something different. They understand that silence does not mean nothing. They understand that slow does not mean failure. They understand that unseen does not mean unreal. So they keep going. They keep working. They keep improving, even when it feels pointless, even when nobody is watching, because they know something is coming. They can feel it, not clearly, not perfectly, but deep inside they know. Something is building, and one day it will show. But here is the danger. When things are quiet, your mind starts to doubt. It whispers to you. It says, maybe this is not working. Maybe you are wasting your time. Maybe you should stop. Maybe you should go back to comfort. That voice is strong. It sounds logical.
It sounds safe, but it is wrong. That voice wants you to stay the same. It wants you to avoid risk. It wants you to avoid growth. Because growth is uncomfortable. Growth is uncertain. Growth is hard. So your mind tries to protect you. It tries to pull you back to what is easy, back to what is familiar. But if you listen to that voice, you will stay where you are. You will never reach the moment when everything changes. You will never see the result of your effort. That is why you must learn to ignore that voice. Not completely, but enough to keep moving, enough to keep going. You must trust the process, even when the process is invisible. You must trust your effort, even when it feels small. Because small actions repeated daily create something big, something powerful, something unstoppable. Every day you show up, every day you try, every day you improve just a little, you are stacking bricks, one by one.
Slowly building something strong. You may not see the building yet, but the foundation is growing. And when the time comes, when the moment arrives, everything will rise at once. That is how life works. Not step by step, but jump by jump. Long silence, then sudden change. Long effort, then rapid results. This is the pattern. If you understand this, you will not quit early. You will not panic when things feel slow. You will not lose hope when results are invisible. Instead, you will stay calm. You will stay focused. You will stay consistent. Because you know something most people do not know. You know that silence is not the end. It is the beginning. It is the preparation. It is the hidden phase before the breakthrough. And when that breakthrough comes, it will feel fast. It will feel sudden. It will feel like everything changed overnight. But you will know the truth. You will know that it was built day by day, in silence, in struggle, in patience. So do not rush this phase. Do not hate this phase. Do not escape this phase. Embrace it, because this is where your future is created. This is where your strength is built. This is where your transformation begins. Right now, in the quiet, in the slow, in the invisible, something is changing, and one day, everything will change. Part 2. The moment and the mind. One day, it will happen. Not slowly, not step by step, all at once. A door will open, an opportunity will appear, a moment will arrive, and everything will move fast, faster than you expect. There will be no warning, no countdown, no perfect timing, just one moment. And in that moment, your life can change. But here is the truth. That moment is not the problem. You are. Not who you are today, but who you have prepared yourself to be. Because when the moment comes, you will not rise to your dreams. You will fall to your preparation. This is where most people lose. Not because they are weak, not because they are stupid, but because they are not ready. They wait too long. They wait for motivation. They wait for confidence. They wait for the perfect time. But the perfect time never comes. And when the real moment arrives, it feels too big, too fast, too overwhelming. Their heart starts to race. Their mind fills with fear. What if I fail? What if I'm not good enough? What if I lose everything? So they hesitate, just for a second, but that second is enough. The opportunity moves on, and they are left behind. Not because they could not win, but because they were not ready to play. You must understand this deeply. Opportunities do not wait. Life does not slow down for you. It does not ask if you feel ready. It simply moves, and you either move with it or you miss it. That is why preparation is everything. Not later, not someday, now, right now. because right now is all you have. You do not know when your moment will come. It could be tomorrow. It could be next week. It could be when you least expect it. And if you are not ready, you will not recognize it. Or worse, you will see it and be too afraid to take it. This is why your mindset matters more than anything else. Because before your life changes on the outside, it must change on the inside. Your thoughts shape your actions. Your actions shape your habits. Your habits shape your future. Everything begins in your mind. If your mind is weak, your life will feel hard. If your mind is strong, your life becomes powerful. Think about it. Two people can face the same opportunity. One sees fear. The other sees growth. One hesitates. The other acts. One regrets. The other rises. The difference is not the opportunity. It is the mindset. So you must train your mind every day. Not sometimes, every day, like a muscle. Because your mind is a muscle. And if you do not train it, it becomes weak. It fills with doubt. It fills with fear. It fills with excuses. But when you train it, it becomes strong. It becomes focused. It becomes calm. It becomes powerful. Start with your inner voice. Listen to it. What does it say when things go wrong? Does it say you are not enough? Does it say you should quit? Does it say you cannot do it? Or does it say try again? Learn from this. Keep going. That voice matters more than you think because you hear it every day. And if it is negative, it slowly destroys you. But if it is strong, it builds you. So you must change it. You must train it. When your mind says, I cannot do this, you say, I will find a way. When your mind says, this is too hard, you say, this will make me stronger. When your mind says, I am afraid, you say, act anyway. Because fear will always be there. It never disappears. But action breaks it. Action weakens it. Action proves it wrong. And every time you act despite fear, you grow.
You become stronger. You become more ready. This is how you prepare for sudden change. Not by waiting, but by acting. Even when it is uncomfortable, especially when it is uncomfortable. Because comfort does not prepare you. Comfort keeps you the same. Growth lives outside comfort. Growth lives in effort, in discipline, in doing what you do not feel like doing. This is where discipline becomes your weapon, not motivation. Motivation is weak. It comes and goes. Some days you feel strong. Some days you feel tired. Some days you feel inspired. Some days you feel nothing. If you depend on motivation, you will be inconsistent, and inconsistency kills progress. But discipline is different. Discipline does not care how you feel. It shows up anyway. It works anyway. It moves forward anyway. Even when you are tired, even when you are bored, even when you do not want to. That is power. Real power. Because when your life suddenly changes, you will not have time to fix your habits. You will not have time to build discipline. You will rely on what you already have. So ask yourself, if everything changed tomorrow, would you be ready? Would your habits support you, or would they hold you back? Would your mind stay calm, or would it panic? Would you act, or would you freeze? These answers are not decided in the future. They are decided now, in your daily life, in your small actions, in your choices. Every day you either prepare or you delay. Every day you either grow or you stay the same. There is no neutral, no pause, no waiting. Life is always moving, and you are either moving with it or falling behind. So prepare yourself, not for something small, but for something big, something unexpected, something that will test you and change you, because it will come. It always does. And when it does, your mindset will decide everything. Not your talent, not your luck, your mindset. Your ability to stay calm in chaos, your ability to act in fear, your ability to trust yourself. That is what separates those who rise from those who regret. So build that strength now, in silence, in effort, in daily discipline. Train your mind to stay focused. Train your mind to stay strong. Train your mind to keep moving forward, even when it is hard, even when it is unclear. Because when everything changes suddenly, your mind will be your anchor, your weapon, your advantage. And while others panic, you will move. While others hesitate, you will act. While others doubt, you will believe. And that is how everything changes for you. Not by chance, but by preparation. Not by luck, but by who you have become.
Part 3. Become the person who is ready. There is one truth most people avoid. You cannot change your life until you change yourself. Not a little, not sometimes, completely. Because your life is a reflection of you. Your habits, your thinking, your standards. Everything you are shows up in everything you do. So if you want a new life, you need a new identity. Not just new goals, not just new plans, a new version of you. This is where it becomes difficult, because changing your identity means letting go. Letting go of who you used to be, the old habits, the old excuses, the old mindset. The version of you that feels safe but stays stuck. You cannot carry your old self into your new life. It will not fit. It will hold you back. So you must choose comfort or growth, because you cannot have both. Growth feels uncomfortable. It feels strange. It feels uncertain. Like walking into a dark room, you do not know what is inside, but you step anyway. That is growth. And most people avoid it. They stay where it is familiar, where it is predictable, where it is easy. But nothing changes there. Nothing grows there. Nothing happens there. If you want change, you must move. Even when it feels uncomfortable, even when it feels scary, because that feeling is not a warning, it is a signal that you are expanding, a signal that you are becoming more. This is where pain enters your life, and most people misunderstand it. They think pain is bad. They try to avoid it. They run from it. They hide from it. But pain is not your enemy. Pain is your teacher. Every struggle you face is shaping you. Every failure is training you. Every difficult moment is building you. Stronger, wiser, more prepared. Think about it. Without pain, you would not grow. Without failure, you would not learn. Without struggle, you would stay weak. Pain pushes you forward. It forces you to adapt. It forces you to improve. It forces you to become someone new. That is why the strongest people are not the ones who avoided pain. They're the ones who faced it, who learned from it, who used it as fuel. So do not run from pain. Use it. When life becomes hard, do not ask, why is this happening to me? Ask, what is this teaching me? Because there is always a lesson, always a reason, always a way to grow. And when you start to see pain like this, everything changes. You stop fearing it. You start using it. You become stronger because of it. And strength is what you need. Because when your moment comes, it will not be easy. It will not be comfortable. It will test you, your strength, your focus, your belief, everything. And if you are not ready, it will break you. But if you are ready,
It will elevate you. That is the difference. Now look at your environment, the people around you, the voices you listen to, the content you consume. All of it shapes you more than you realize. If you are surrounded by negativity, you will think negative. If you are surrounded by doubt, you will doubt yourself. If you are surrounded by comfort, you will avoid growth. Environment is powerful. It works quietly, just like everything else. It slowly influences your thoughts, your habits, your standards, until it becomes your reality. So if you want to change your life, you must change your environment. Not completely, but intentionally. Spend time with people who grow, people who act, people who push you forward. Learn from those who are ahead of you. Observe how they think, how they move, how they decide. Because success leaves clues, and if you follow those clues, you will move faster. Also, protect your mind. Be careful what you watch, what you read, what you listen to. Because your mind absorbs everything, and what you feed it becomes your thoughts, and your thoughts become your life. So choose wisely. Choose growth. Choose strength. Choose clarity. Now comes the most important part, action. Because without action, nothing changes. You can think all day. You can plan all day. You can dream all day. But if you do not act, nothing happens. Action is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. And most people wait too long to act. They wait until they feel ready. They wait until they feel confident. They wait until everything is clear. But that moment never comes, because clarity comes from action. Confidence comes from action. Readiness comes from action. Not before, after. So start now, not later, not tomorrow, now. Take a small step, then another, then another. It does not need to be perfect. It does not need to be big. It just needs to move you forward, because movement creates momentum, and momentum creates change, and change creates results. Small steps repeated daily become something powerful, something unstoppable. This is how you build your future, not in one big moment, but in many small actions, done consistently, done daily, done even when you do not feel like it. And one day, those small actions come together. They connect, they align, and suddenly everything changes. That is the moment people call luck. But you know the truth. It is not luck. It is preparation. It is discipline. It is effort, built over time, in silence. Now imagine this. That moment arrives. Everything moves fast. The opportunity is in front of you, clear, real, powerful. And this time, you are ready. Your mind is calm. Your actions are sharp. Your confidence is real. You do not hesitate. You do not doubt. You step forward and you take it. Because you prepared for it. Because you became the person who could handle it. That is the goal. Not just success, but readiness. Because success without readiness disappears. But readiness creates success again and again. So focus on who you are becoming every day, in every choice, in every action. Because one day, everything will change. And when it does, you will not panic. You will not freeze. You will not watch it pass. You will rise. You will act. You will take control because you are ready. And that is what will define your future. Not the moment, but you, the person you chose to become. So start now. Build your mind. Build your discipline. Build your strength. Step by step, day by day, in silence. Because everything is quiet until it changes everything.
If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Self-Study Every Day for more helpful lessons. Leave a comment and tell me what you want to learn next.